Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today is day 4 of the 12 days of giveaways. I'm super excited. Today is going to be featuring a brand that I have worked with a couple of times, and I'm super excited to be partnering with them again for a lovely giveaway prize for day 4. But today we're going to be ranking eyeshadow palettes from worst to best that I have tested recently. There's quite a few here that I'm excited to talk about, so let's start ranking these eyeshadow palettes. Now, these last couple weeks, I have been able to find some very beautiful eyeshadow palettes, and we are literally splitting hairs when it comes to which one is better than the other. I think a lot of it has to do with preferences or color story preferences because quality is so dang close for all of these. Palette number 9 comes from Eldridge. This is the Muse palette. So you guys know that I have been talking your ear off lately about the Eldridge products. They made my favorites this month. They've also been amazing experiences. So this is a lovely one. I love the packaging. I think she killed it with the packaging, just gold and luxurious. It's refillable, even per pan it's refillable. So I love that. But this is the 9th palette, or the worst palette, but it's not bad. It's just, worst is kind of a bad word for this video because the quality is so strong here. So Muse is only because I have a lot of these colors in my collection already, and this to me is sort of like a pillow talk concept reimagined, right? So this is a beautiful, beautiful arrangement of pinks. I really, really love the amount of textures in this palette as well. But I do think because it's a pink combo and there's lots of pinks in my collection already, I do think this one is where it is. Now, there's another palette that's kind of pinky that we're going to be talking about that's higher on the list, but I do think this one, probably because it has more shades and it offers more, but it's just not my absolute favorite from this lineup, so the consistency and quality is still very, very strong. This is palette number 9. Honestly, I feel like for palette number 8, it's the same thing. This is the Eldridge Cinnabar palette. So this one, I think because the color story is one that I have a lot of in my collection, purely the reason where it's placed in this countdown. So for uniqueness, it is not very high. This one is Cinnabar. You can see it's really beautiful with also the multiple textures in here with the metallics and the mattes. Super, super gorgeous. So depends on your color story preferences and what you already have in your existing collections. But this one is still one that I really, really enjoy, but once again, not my absolute favorite. So Cinnabar is number 8. Let's talk about palette number 7, which comes from Tom Ford. I love the Tom Ford cream formula. I do think it's really lovely. It's one that I have had some interesting experiences with. There was one quad of mine that actually kind of dried out, so I was really careful, just making sure that that lid on that palette is always on. For some reason, it was just a little bit drier than what I remember. But this one is beautiful so far. It's been really, really consistent and really great. This is the Tom Ford Eye Color Quad Cream in the Violet Satinine? I think it's Satinée, actually, because it has the E with the accent on it. So I think it's Violet Satinée, hopefully. To my French subscribers, I apologize. I'm sure it makes your ears bleed watching me speak French and failing miserably. But look how beautiful this is. So this is what I'm saying by versatility. Such gorgeous colors. This one has beautiful depth with also that really gorgeous violet theme being very, very strong. All 4 of these are well-performing shades, and the look that you get is this beautiful dark vampy color. You can use the bottom for more smoky looks, and you can use the top for work-friendly to keep it not so bold. Really just depends, but all of these are very strong, very well-performing. They blend beautifully, they stay put, they don't collect into the crease. I still have to prep my lids with this formula, just so you guys know, but I really, really love it. I think it's very beautiful from Tom Ford. So this is palette number 7. Palette number 6 also comes from Eldridge. This is the Myth palette. You can see that it has a purple theme, just like the Tom Ford, but the shades are wildly different. So I really do like this one a lot as well. I think this one just offers a little bit more than the Tom Ford, which is why it's ranked a little bit closer to the front versus the Tom Ford. But all of these, you guys, are such good selections, so I can't stress that enough. There's not a dud palette in this video. Palette 6 goes to Myth here. I think it's beautiful, but Not quite my favorite that I've tried recently. I do like the color story though. I think it has a lot of versatility, and I love all of the formulas in here because there's quite a few. So just like the other palettes I've shown you from Lisa Eldridge, there's velvets in here, there's a top coat, there's metallics. So she has at least 3 different formulations in here, which makes splurging on this that much more valuable because you're getting quite a variety of formulas and ways to work with this palette to offer completely different looks. Palette number 5 goes to Dior. This is one of their latest palettes from the Backstage collection. This has got to be my favorite Backstage palette they have put out, guys. Wow, I love this one. This one is called the Backstage Eye number 008 Khaki Neutrals. I have been obsessed with green lately. I've been loving that color to enhance my brown eyes, and this one's great. There's beautiful golds in here. There's stunning textures. There's a Dior embossment on each of these pans. It is one that's slightly deeper set than some other embossments I've seen, but it will fade away as you use the pans. Primer in here at the very top left corner. If you guys are unfamiliar with the Backstage palettes, they do offer a cream primer or starting point, if you will. It just depends on how you want to use that. But this is such a beautiful arrangement. They swatch beautifully, they blend beautifully. You can soften it, you can add some layers for more intensity. They're such foolproof shades, I'm obsessed. So this palette is palette number 5. Palette number 4, oh my goodness. This is also the new Tom Ford Cream Quads. This one is the Velour Kakai. I am so sorry, friends. Number 38, Velours Kakai. Khaki. Maybe khaki. Sorry. This palette is for the smoky green looks. I have been obsessed, but I have to be in the mood for a very dark smoky eye. So that is kind of the downfall with this one, and it's very minor, but because of where it is in the countdown being number 4, it is quite strong, right? So I really love this one, but I have to be in the mood for that darker green vibe, which is still perfect. All of these, just like the violet one, are very high performing, and they're very, very beautiful to work with. Just like what I said earlier in the video, for whatever reason, one of my palettes was really dry. The Tiger Eye one, that one is just a little drier than when I picked it up, even though the lid has been on the whole time. So be extra careful with this cream formulation. Make sure you're placing that lid down every time you're storing it. Like, be extra crucial. I haven't heard anybody talk about a drying factor, but for some reason mine was performing a little worse. Just the Tiger Eye. The rest of them has been great. So here's to hoping that the integrity of these also remains strong, but so far so good. I've been obsessed with this one as well. Love the beautiful colors in here. The greens are very attractive to me lately. And it's funny, I just found out like not that long ago that my birthstone is an emerald. Green and I must be best friends, you know? It just seems like it's meant to be. Coming in hot at number 3. Okay. You guys, I know you waited for a review for this one for a while. It's finally here. This is the Tarte Energy Palette. Tartelette Energy Palette, sorry, pardon me. I love the beautiful marbling of this palette. The pink, beautiful, white, golden, it's just gorgeous, and this light is gonna make it look not as lovely. I'm gonna show you like some other close-up photos, you'll be able to see it better. This is so, so stunning, and I've heard very few people talk about it, but it has been released at Tarte.com. I love the Tartelette palettes because the consistency is always very strong. This is no different. So the reason why it's palette 3 is because it's very strong, very consistent. We do have the classic pinks in here. You could argue this is a palette I have many, many copies of in a way with like the similar shades. And that's kind of the argument I made with the Lisa Eldridge palettes further up in the countdown. But I think because this one offers a lot, I kept it kind of close to the top. Because the consistency, the beginner friendliness is 10 out of 10. Tarte palettes are some of the best palettes to gift to someone that is just starting out because a lot of these are super blendable formulas. So I really, really love this addition to their line. The Tartelette palettes are notoriously very strong, and this one is no exception. So energy is beautiful. If you have your eyes set on it, you will not be disappointed. I love this one as well. There's lots of different looks you can create in here, not just pinks, not just purple. There's golds, there's that beautiful like red copper shade. There's lots of depth as well with these shades in the far column here to add some smokiness. It's beautiful. This is palette number 3. If you guys saw my favorites video, 3 videos back, you will not be surprised by my top 2. So That's kind of my spoiler. The top two come from Lisa Eldridge. Number 2 is Vega. Vega is the palette I am wearing today. So, so beautiful, you guys. This look was super easy to create as well, but this is Vega by Lisa Eldridge. Whew, such a surprise in the most lovely way. The cool tones are stunning here. Such gorgeous, gorgeous tones. I thought initially when I saw that gray that I was going to look dead. It's not at all, at all. I don't know why I even thought that because it's so beautiful. It does not make you look dead at all. Sometimes the first impressions are not always correct, right? Now for my look today, I started with the dead gray matte over here in the top. This one's called French Gray. I put that all over the lid very, very easily as the foundation of my look. And I actually used on the bottom lash, I used the middle shade in the top row. This one is called Smoke and Mirrors. Very beautiful color as well. It's got that beautiful blue-gray tone to it. Actually, I think I used all these shades in today's look. We have the shimmer on the top right. This one is called Moon Swirl. It's a metallic, and I just placed it with a fingertip over top. And then I added the smokiness by putting my brush in all 3 of these. This one, and this shade. So all 3 of them I mixed on my brush and I put as the smoke shade or the outer shade of the look here to add some dimension. And then I actually used that last shimmer, which is called Supernova, and I put that in the exact center of the lid. And that's how I worked on today's look. It's stunning and it's easy. So this is palette number 2. Whew, this one is gorgeous. I think it's sold out on her site. I happened to look recently and I'm like, dang it, of course. It's definitely one of the ones that stands out in uniqueness. In my collection anyway, there's not a ton of tones like this, and so for that reason, it ranks really, really high in this countdown. I also love that there is 1, 2, 3, 4 different formulas in here versus some only have 3. So there's a lot more versatility here with just formulation in this one palette. The best palette in this countdown, my most favorite out of all 9 of these palettes, you guys know, you probably already guessed it. It is the Lisa Eldridge Sorcery palette. Okay. You guys saw my look a few videos back with this one, and I got so many compliments on it, so thank you so much for all the love on that look. But this is the beautiful palette. Now this one wins for sure for overall uniqueness, gorgeous, gorgeous tones, just super, super stunning. This one is definitely a bejeweled dream. It is so beautiful. We do have seamless mattes in here and metallics and luminous duochrome. This one right here is a duochrome. So, so, so stunning. Oof. I just love this one. I loved the beautiful smoky green look that I created. It was definitely a peacock feathers like dream. Definitely a favorite for a party look. I'm obsessed with this one. I do think if there is any palettes from Lisa Eldridge that you want to pick up, the Sorcery one is my most favorite. Just because, again, when it comes to my overall collection, there isn't much like this already happening with other palettes. I love the fact that all of these are super well performing as well. This countdown overall was probably one of my toughest ones because all of these palettes are winners and it really just came down to personal preference for a lot of it. But I'm super happy that I have all of these palettes in my collection because I have been thoroughly enjoying all of them. For today's giveaway prize, I have partnered with City Beauty. I've worked with them a number of times this year and I've always enjoyed working with them and their products. So they have put together a bundle of my favorites that is going to be gifted to you guys for one lucky winner. This is going to be open to Canada and the US as well because they will be handling the shipping and handling for this one. In order to enter, all you have to do is write down your favorite eyeshadow palette from this countdown in the comments. Make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, and for additional entries, follow me on Instagram and send me a DM on Instagram saying you want to be entered into day 4 of my 12 days of Jena's Faves. The first product in the City Beauty giveaway is this beautiful lip gloss. This is from City Lips. It is one of my favorite glosses. Surprisingly, this is probably the gloss that I love the most, that has the most tack. So it's very surprising that it's made my favorites. It has more tack than the lip glosses I am used to enjoying, but I think the tack of this one just seems to add to the longevity of the product overall, but it's not so tacky where it's uncomfortable. It's just that perfect little bit to add some longevity to your look, but not cross the line into too tacky and too sticky. So this is a really, really lovely product from the brand. It is the first part of this giveaway. Also, you're going to be getting two of my favorite moisturizers. So one of them is the Blue Defense Hydrogel. This one is actually meant for day use, at least for me. You can use it at night as well, according to the brand, but I like to use it just for day. This one has a gorgeous blue color. It's beautiful for hydrating the skin. A little goes a long way. It's kind of like that water cream type idea. It's so beautiful, and that's why I use it for day, because it's definitely more on the lightweight side. I really love this next one as well. I've talked about it in videos before. The Barrier Rescue Cream, especially being in winter right now, this has been my best friend for at night. It has the pump applicator just like the Kate Somerville products, the Drunk Elephant products. You've probably seen that applicator style before. It's that one where you push down. But this one is a beautiful, more heavier, more moisturizing and hydrating product, especially geared for dry skin or colder months. I love this one, and this is also part of the giveaway. We also have my favorite sheet mask in the world. You're getting a box of these. I'm so excited. The Line Smoothing Hydra Masks. These are so beautiful for adding hydration to the skin, for really making you feel like you've got that spa-like experience. I will put one of these on and then sit in the tub, read my book, and I feel like I'm in heaven. So you guys will be getting a box of these. There are 5 in a box. You'll also be getting one of my favorite body lotions. This is the Invisicrepe Body Balm. You guys, City Beauty has been so generous to include all of my favorites basically in one bundle, so this is part of it. I love using this after my bath because it's a thicker balm. It's like a body butter. Has a really slight smell, but nothing too overly perfumey or fragrant. It's perfect. And this is now my second container of this one. So this one is lovely. I'm obsessed with this as well. Also included in the giveaway. And the last is my favorite multi-purpose product, my eyeshadow primer / lid treatment in one. This is the lid lifting treatment from City Beauty. This is also included in the giveaway and the last product in this giveaway. Taking care of that ultra thin eyelid area while also prepping my skin for makeup, because often I am wearing eyeshadow and it's nice to have the benefits of the skincare as well as adding longevity to my shadow. So this is a phenomenal product. Super excited for one winner to be getting all of these. My elf is back to say goodbye. Thank you so, so much for all your support this year. Don't forget to enter the giveaway if you're interested in getting this giveaway prize. I am off to taking this guy for a WALK, if you know what I mean. He is kind of tired. I think he's been lounging beside me while I'm filming here, so it's time for some exercise. Until my next one, guys, take care and stay safe. I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys!